The story is told that after a morning of sweating and plowing in the barren fields, a farmer waited forever and still did not see his nagging wife bring rice to the field for her husband. Hungry and tired of looking, he saw a monk returning from begging for alms. His appearance was majestic and gentle. The monk sat down in the shade on the edge of the forest, then ate his food leisurely and respectfully. After the monk finished eating, there was still some leftover food left untouched. Seeing that the farmer seemed hungry, the monk suggested that he could eat that food if he wanted. "If you're sleepy, you'll get sick," the farmer immediately asked for that ruinous food. He felt like he had never eaten such a delicious meal. After eating, he thought dreamily, "I work hard all year round, selling my face to the earth, selling my back to the sky, but I can't have a meal that tastes as good as the meal of a begging monk. Or should I ask the monk to let me become a monk, follow him to become a monk, beg for alms to get through the day, and be at ease, leisurely, and have good food?" He also calculated further, "I have nothing to lose, only my wife who is no longer pretty or grumbles and whines, and the iron hoe that is rusted, the handle is smooth. Give up. Let's see." Thinking of what to do, he went to talk to the monk and asked to follow him to learn the religion. The monk did not ask this man's true motive for becoming a monk. Seeing that he seemed sincere and pitiful, the monk agreed to accept him as a student and to become a monk. After becoming a monk, shaving off his beard and hair, putting on the three-piece robe, he also practiced maintaining dignity, meditating and going to the village to beg for alms, living the life of a monk. At first, because he was still interested in his new life, he obediently obeyed his teacher and the brothers who cleaned, learned a few sutras, and meditated quite quietly. But soon, he missed his hut with a grass roof and dirt walls and his nagging wife. "What I miss most is the iron-bladed hoe and the smooth worn handle that his hands held and used over the years." He rubbed his palms, the calluses were gone, that field was now free of his hands and weeds were everywhere. "Oh, I miss a distant, familiar feeling from when I was a diligent farmer. Although the wife is not pretty, cooks poorly, and often nags, she still loves her husband very much. Does she miss me?" According to such reflections, he felt that the monk's life was boring, that the alms food was both good and bad, and then he wanted to return to the secular life. He returned to his old hut and saw his ex-wife looking so happy. He felt that he was still very valuable. Picking up the worn hoe, he looked at it and caressed it as lovingly as if it were his son. Stepping out into the field, he eagerly dug. The smell of soil, feces, and sweat blend together and feel so familiar, but not long after, this farmer felt tired of the barren fields, his nagging ex-wife, and the hoe handle was almost worn out in his hand. The silhouettes of solemn, relaxed mendicants and the quiet life of monastics invite experience once again. He wanted to become a monk again, and was ordained. But this second ordination did not last long. Every time he returns from the world, the old woman nags and belittles him more. The worn hoe with the smooth handle also had more hand sweat on it. The fields with smooth pebbles are still exposed to erratic sunlight and rain, but the crops do not flourish easily. He still went back and forth between the old woman, the dilapidated hut and the congregation of mendicants, Sangha, 5 or 7 times without getting anywhere. Oh my, why is it only the old woman, the worn-out hoe, that's so hard to let go? We must truly admire the good men who can give up large assets, beautiful, obedient wives and desirable status, class in society. They give up so easily, they enter the monastic life so solemnly and smoothly. What about me? He thinks he has to try harder to be able to give up. Then that poor farmer took a hoe and went to the Ganges River. He turned his back to the riverbank and threw the pickaxe into the river, poof. It fell into an unknown place and could no longer be picked up. This time he successfully became a monk.
Thank you for spending your valuable time on my channel journey to enlightenment. Wishing you a very peaceful and happy day. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to my support channel. See you in the next video.